you're going to feel defensive and want to explain yourself around those who are offensive. Whether or not a narcissist believes they are telling the truth or just doesn't want you to recognize the truth, no matter what you do when you try to get an answer, closure from them, they're going to go all out to confuse you, to frustrate you, to distract you, to hurt you, to blame you. They're going to do all they can to avoid taking responsibility for their behaviour. When somebody always has to be right, they're always going to make out that you are the one in the wrong. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about why you must stop explaining yourself to narcissistic people. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. You do not need to explain yourself to those unable or unwilling to listen to you, to those who only listen to you so they can use what you say against you to their advantage. Most of us fall into the trap of trying to explain our thoughts, our feelings and our opinions to the narcissist, only to be left feeling confused, hurt, angry, frustrated, irritated. Narcissistic people have a remarkable ability to draw people into their arguments, and this then leaves us confused, feeling bad, angry, full of resentment, feeling guilty. One of the human needs is love and connection. Another is significance. We want to communicate with others. We want to connect with others, be loved by others and love for others, care for others and be cared about by others. We want to understand another person's point of view and we want them to understand ours, form opinions, find a compromise, get along with people. We don't all think and feel the same. We don't all hear what's being said in the same way. We don't always recognise what is meant at times. It's healthy to see another person's perspective and reach a compromise. The narcissist doesn't connect with others on the same level. They cannot relate to others on the same level. Most people find themselves trying to reason with others, trying to find a compromise with most people throughout their lives. Explaining is a normal human response when you believe that somebody has misunderstood you or when you believe someone has hurt your feelings. Explaining is a normal human response. Growth mindset, learning more about each other. Genuine people will listen to you and try to understand, just as you would other people. It's exhausting explaining yourself time and time again to a narcissist. They will just get you into an argument, accuse you for causing the argument, and you're left feeling worse. You'd be far better explaining yourself to a brick wall. You do not need to explain yourself to those unable or unwilling to listen, to those who want to bring you down to their level. You are a genuine person. So long as your intentions are good, people with good intentions will listen to your explanations as you would theirs. Narcissists will use them to try and bring you down. When you're explaining yourself to a narcissist, you are giving that narcissist ammunition to hurt you. A narcissist is not looking to understand you or reach a compromise with you. If they act in anger towards you, they feel anger within themselves. If they act in jealousy towards you when you know you've done nothing wrong or know they've done something, they are either feeling jealous or they are trying to control you through that emotion. They are doing it to you what they are saying you are doing to them. If a narcissist is accusing you of being insecure, it's usually because of something they have done to make you feel insecure. Always listen to your instincts, not the words of hurtful people. When a narcissist is playing the victim, it's because they want sympathetic attention. It is one rule for them and another rule for those around them. If somebody trips and falls over, a narcissist feels entitled to laugh at that person. And non-narcissistic people can laugh at people that trip and fall over. However, if a narcissist trips and falls over, nobody is allowed to laugh at them. Non-narcissistic people, if they trip and fall over and they're willing to laugh at others, they usually laugh at themselves and don't mind other people laughing at them if they trip and fall. A narcissist is a self-entitled hypocrite. It's one rule for them and another rule for you. When it comes to a narcissist, most of them, and some of them don't even have, cognitive empathy. So they cannot put themselves in another person's shoes to see how another person is feeling, only how you're making them feel or what you are saying or doing that could be used against you to further their advantage. They can recognize how they can use your emotions against you to guilt trip you, to blame you, to shame you, to criticize, to judge you, to gain dominance and control over you. Anything you say to a narcissist, they will use as evidence against you. Narcissists need to remain in control of others, to remain in control of themselves and their lives. When they lose control of others' minds, they throw massive tantrums. The silent treatments, projection, gaslighting, blame shifting, and rage to try and regain control of others. As a narcissist, genuine feels like they are better than thou and need to remain in control. They just want to stay in control. So they will be stubborn, they will give ultimatums, they will only think their way, and they will want to win no matter what the cost to you. Narcissists tend to be lacking in cognitive reflection skills, so they cannot self-reflect on something they might have said or done to cause issues. They can only view the world as causing the issues to them. Nothing you can do or say will change their minds or opinions. They are locked into their way of thinking. It's their core values, their belief system. It's the criteria that make up the disorder. They simply cannot hear what you are saying. They cannot take on board advice. They just see it as you insulting their intelligence, insulting their sense of entitlement. Then they take this as criticism and act out as they feel like they've been judged. They want to seek revenge on you because they're envious and for how they perceive things and how they believe others have made them feel. They don't understand that they are the ones that are hurting people, only that others must be punished for their inner pain. Narcissists cannot accept the truth if it doesn't match how they want to view things, even when faced with facts and evidence. If it means they'll lose control or lose touch of their reality, or that there could be consequences for their actions, they will manipulate in many ways to deny and shift the blame. Narcissists do not hear you. It's nothing to do with you. Your motives are your personal motives, and they are not interested in what they are. They only care about what they care about, which more often than not is themselves. You can explain yourself until you're blue in the face and hitting a brick wall. They will just not listen. When you're trying to explain things to them that they don't agree with, they will take you off topic, blame shift, provoke, rage, anything they can to leave you feeling confused and frustrated. Anything they can to get a reaction out of you so that they can blame your reactions as being the problem to distract you from the fact their actions were the problem. When we are not sure of who we are, when people tell you things about yourself that touch insecurities, that we don't feel good enough, that hurts just like it hurts them. When people put us down, we can feel judged and upset. The best and most kind-hearted people can act out in anger when their buttons get pushed enough towards others, towards those they care for afterwards, because they care about that other person, because they have object consistency. They will feel guilt and remorse, learn from their mistakes, try not to do it again. When it comes to a narcissist, as they lack object consistency, as soon as there's an argument or a disagreement, they no longer care about that person. If it's a limiting belief, as you try to show others who you are and then they invalidate your feelings, it hurts. And it hurts hard when we try our best to people please and help others, often destroying ourselves in the process. Narcissistic people do not feel that guilt and remorse for their actions. They might feel a moment of inner shame, but then they just pass the blame so that they can feel better for their own mistakes. They blame the other person. Narcissists don't look towards themselves. They always look to others to find fault. All people have insecurities, all people have vulnerabilities. Most people try to fit in. Most people try to fill their own human needs. Most of us then sound extremely narcissistic at times. We can all have narcissism within us. Therefore, when around narcissistic people, this can bring out our worst side, also causing cognitive dissonance within ourselves, as our beliefs that we are a genuine person, a good-hearted person, doesn't match our reality when we're reacting to a narcissist. When we get caught up in the drama and the arguments with them, it doesn't match who we are as a person. It doesn't match our belief system. With the help of the narcissist's manipulative tactics, it takes us further down, leaves us questioning and doubting ourselves, wondering if we're the narcissist. If you don't go around exploiting people, if you care for other people, and if you don't feel entitled, there's a good chance you are not a narcissist. There's a big difference between hurt people who go around punishing people. When a narcissist feels hurt by somebody, they seek to get revenge. And then there are hurt people who, yes, they can seek justice. Justice is very different to revenge. They can seek justice. But there are hurt people who go around trying to help other people. And often when the hurt people try to help hurt people who try to seek revenge on people, is when those who try to help people get hurt all the more. Insecure people who don't know who they are, that go around destroying others and hurting others. And then there are insecure people who go around raising others up, trying to help other people out. So where you try to help others feel better, narcissistic people do their very best to make other people feel worse. Learning to accept and love your insecurities, learning who you are, what makes you happy, your values, your beliefs, creating your boundaries to protect those values and beliefs, creating that inner confidence, finding what you're good at and making mistakes along the way as you learn and improve with what you are good at. You will learn to help and support the right people and walk away from the wrong people. Narcissists will cause arguments simply because they want to, with no rhyme or reason. Narcissists don't want to be blamed for any problems, so they must make others to be the one at fault for everything that is wrong within that narcissist's life. Narcissists can be some of the most miserable people alive, and they drain their happiness right out of you. It never matters what you say or how you say it. They are not going to understand or listen to you, as their brains don't work like ours. Their thoughts don't work like ours. You don't need to explain yourself to a narcissist or convince them who you are or what your intentions are. We go around trying several ways to explain in different ways, or when they are waiting until they're in a better mood. We try several ways and approaches to get them to understand us, and they simply do not want to. If your opinions, beliefs, thoughts do not match theirs, they are not interested. Most of them know that you're a genuine person. They most likely just wish that they were better than you. They put you down to make you out to be the bad person and to make themselves feel better as a person. As they are projecting who they are onto you, they are full of anger and resentment and project onto others. Narcissistic people really dislike the fact that others do well for themselves. They are incredibly envious of confident, happy people. A narcissist will accuse you of being crazy, being an idiot, not remembering things. As they feel inner shame, they want you to feel that shame. It's not your responsibility to explain to people who just don't understand you. You don't have to explain it's wrong for them to disappear on you, why it's wrong for them to cheat on you, why it's wrong for them to lie to you, as they will keep doing it to you. You have to learn your boundaries of behaviour you will and will not accept from others, and walk away from behaviour you will no longer accept. It's not your responsibility to explain to your parents why you do or do not want to do something. If you're a grown adult, you're entitled to live your life your way with good intentions. There's no wrong way or right way to live your life, only your way. If your parents are telling you that you cannot, making you feel guilty, leave your parents, your partner, your ex, your friends. Leave them to their opinion. That is for them. That is for them to keep. They're entitled to their opinion. It doesn't have to match yours. It's not up to you to change anyone other than yourself. You cannot change people. You cannot get people to see your point of view. You can only help you. People who want to see it from your way will, even if they stick to their own way, just like you. You can see it from another person's point of view, and you can also see it from your own. Narcissistic people don't want to see it from anyone else's point of view other than their own. And because they're envious, they don't want you to achieve. So they're going to tell you you can't do something. So it creates that negative limiting belief in your mind, and you don't believe you can. Narcissists are unable and unwilling to accept responsibility for their own life's mistakes, errors in judgment. It's not up to you to make them see sense. It's up to you to know they're entitled to that opinion, and you're entitled to walk away and not let it define who you are. When you get drawn into their games and arguments, they feed off it. Winning the discussion isn't your end goal, that is theirs. Remaining true to yourself is all you need. You try to get them to have a better opinion of you, and it'll never happen, as they're not interested in who you are. They're interested in what they can get out of you. Keeping true to yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, believing in yourself and who you are. If you have to communicate with them, retreat, rethink. If you feel you're getting nowhere fast or starting to feel anger, retreat and rethink, and then only respond if you need to do so, such as cause. All you need to say is things like, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're entitled to your opinion. That's possible. Okay. In a calm, as straight-faced as you can. Don't get defensive. It's not up to you to force someone else to understand you. So if they don't agree, there is no need to keep going. If you want to explain once and leave them to it. If it's your parents saying you're incapable of doing something, don't explain why or how you can. Just go out there and show them that you can. Prove them wrong with your actions and not your words. Remember, it's not about winning, it's about remaining true to who you are as a person. They are not willing to compromise. Leave them to it. Manage your emotional state around them, knowing they just don't understand on your level. The best thing is saying nothing, leaving them to live their life while you go and live yours. Hold your ground. Don't give in. It's not worth it. Narcissists will up their games when people don't react as they want. Learning who you are, your worth, your values is only ever dependent on you and who you want to be as a person. You define you. I shall add in the description the video on why you need to stop explaining to narcissistic people, because sometimes we just hear things a bit differently and it triggers something within us that helps us process why we need to stop explaining. If you are looking for further support, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link will also be in the description. Go out there, create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.